Hey photographers, this is part 2 of the Land of Photo Clients series where I'm going to just talk about some basic strategies that will help you land clients quickly, because there's a lot of times where we need clients fast and a lot of times we forget to go to the basic stuff. We dive into things like, I'm going to post on social media a bunch. I'm going to go write a bunch of emails to my email list or try and grow my email list. Or maybe I'm going to run ads because I've heard those work fast. So this is the simple stuff that you can be doing right now. And I can guarantee that if you follow this, you will get some results. You will get people talking, and you should be able to get a client by using this method that I'm discussing today, and then again in video number 3. So let's go ahead and dive into this video. All right, I love this. This is a good reminder. And in my life, I always need the reminder that the simpler I keep things, the simpler I make things, the better they work. The more moving pieces you have, the more moving parts, the more complicated, the more likely things are to break and fail. Business can be easy. It doesn't need to be complicated. We all spin it into this giant thing in our heads, and it becomes much harder to do than it needs to be. With that being said, it really comes down to just 2 main things that you need to do to be able to run your business, land clients, and make things happen. So let's go ahead and talk about what these 2 things are. First, make connections. Second, make offers. Sounds simple, right? That's why I'm saying business can be easy. This is what business is about. This is what networking is. We are talking to people and we're letting them know what we do. That's all it needs to be. We complicate it by adding all these hurdles in. The online experts complicate it by showing us all these other methods. So this sounds pretty easy, right? So if this is so easy, why is it that most of us are struggling to find new clients? Why is it that we get stuck in a rut sometimes? The first thought I have here is that maybe we just don't know where to look. But I'm going to let you in on a little secret. People are everywhere. People that are looking for our services, our specific services, they're everywhere. There's a lot of people out there, far more than we can comprehend. Maybe we are looking for a solution that lets us avoid people. This is something I do all the time. I call it hiding behind my keyboard. It's easy to stay right here. I'm safe. I'm comfortable. I have my coffee. I don't have to do anything I'm uncomfortable with. And I get this. Sometimes I'm nervous to talk to people too, and let alone make them offers. So it's definitely a valid point. But I call this whole approach an avoidance approach. It's where you're going to do anything you can to avoid talking to people. And this is where most people are struggling. They're doing any tactic or strategy they read about online because then they're not talking to people directly. But without people, you can't make connections. And if you don't have connections, who are you going to make offers to? So what does it mean to have a connection? There's different levels to this. To me, it's an actual interaction. It's where we are talking to people. I'm talking to you right now, but I'm not making a connection with you because you are not talking back to me. Now, if you do want to make a connection with me, please comment below, like this video, or subscribe to the channel. That helps make a connection. But really, talking to people is the only way to make a connection. Whether it's via text, DM, on the phone, in person, all of this stuff, that is talking to people. Clicking like is not an actual connection. Now, talking about our work can feel very uncomfortable. And I understand that, especially when we're just starting out and we have the imposter syndrome. We don't feel like we know what we're saying yet. It can be uncomfortable. And it can feel scary, but it doesn't have to. What we need to do to make it less scary is change our thinking. And that will make it all so much easier. So here's a question for you. What if instead of selling yourself and your services, you thought of it as, I'm helping people. I'm helping them get something they need. I'm helping them get the photos they've wanted. I'm helping them out. That is what we're doing. We are helping people get results. We do it in exchange for money because we need to stay in business. But we're here to help people get memories, create marketing materials. We're helping people. We're in this business to help people. If we're not talking to people and they aren't hiring us, then we're not helping anybody. People have photo needs and you're here to help. The client is happy to pay you for your work. The truth is everyone does want a deal, but even without a deal, they're going to be just as happy because they're hiring you for your work. And some people get caught up in this and think they should charge less and all these things and give people deals. And that's what's going to seal it. That's a tactic. Talking to people, making a real connection, making an offer and having them take you up on it, that's a strategy. That's something you can do constantly. It's something you can always do to grow your business. Now, the core of a connection, in my opinion, is caring and valuing what other people have to say and are looking for. The connection isn't just, I'm trying to sell you on something. The connection is, I'm trying to talk to you. I want to learn your real need. And if you have a real need that I can help with, I'm going to help you with it. When we listen to people, we engage in real conversations, and we truly care about them. And I mean truly, not just because you're trying to land clients. They're 1,000 times more likely to work with us. It kind of goes back to that old thing with dating, right? If you're looking for a girlfriend or boyfriend, if you're out there actively looking, it's much harder to find them. But if you scale it back, all of a sudden they start coming to you. So if we're trying to push people to hire us, then we're less likely to get them to work with us. But if we just have real conversations with people and what we do comes up naturally, it's going to make a big difference, and it's going to make them far more likely to work with us. But most people think selling has to be in your face and aggressive. And I use the used car salesman for this example, that it's forceful and pushy. Selling people is forceful and pushy. I like to reframe this. I'm not selling them. I'm just having a conversation with them. And if it comes up, if it's a natural fit, and if they're interested and I can answer that need, then I'm helping them out. I'm sure you've experienced the type of sale that is forceful and pushy, though. That's not what we want to do with this. So it brings me to a very important point. The first thing we need to do is make good connections. We're making actual connections. This will make the selling come natural. If instead we just reach out, hey, do you need photos? Hey, I'm a photographer, buy my photos. That's not going to be natural. But if we just start talking to people, it will come up. They will either want to hire you or they will know someone who will. This is where we start. We start with the connections we've already made with others. We're going to start with people we already know. We start with our own networks, friends, family, colleagues, etc. It can be a little scary at first to try and talk to people that you know. And if the thought of it makes you cringe, let's talk about something important that maybe you haven't thought of. Our friends, family, etc., they want us to succeed. If they don't want us to succeed, they probably aren't people we really even want to be around. So we want to talk to these people because they want to help us out. We can let them know what we're doing. So if a friend approached you and asked if you knew anyone looking for a family portrait photographer, you'd probably be happy to introduce them to some families you know, right? If one of your friends was doing this, they came up to you, hey, I'm looking for a family portrait photographer. You'd introduce them. It feels good to help others. So when we think of it as reciprocated, now we're asking people, do you know anyone who can help me out with this? Then they get to do something nice back for us, and they get to help us out by recommending someone, and they're doing something nice for that person who was looking for someone as well. The chain just keeps going down. It's like when we refer someone to a movie that we like, that we saw, it feels good to be the person who referred that movie. So our work in the previous video, which is all about niching, and it says day one here because I originally ran this as a live training, that's the key to making this all work. If you aren't specific about your niche, no one was going to know how to refer you or who they should refer you to. But if you are specific, so if you're like, hey, so-and-so, like my old friend, like I'm a dog portrait photographer now. I'm getting into that. Do you know anyone who might be interested? That's going to be far more likely that they're going to come up with someone right away than you saying, hey, I'm getting into photography. Know anyone who likes photos, who wants photos? They're going to be like, I can't think of anybody. But if they think of their friends who have dogs, all of a sudden it makes sense. And if it still feels uncomfortable to do all this, sweeten the pot by offering to help them in some way. Maybe even give them a quick business portrait or something. Say like, hey, I'm starting this up. I'd love to get some shots of you if you wouldn't mind. And then if you know anybody that you could refer me to, that would be amazing. Once you see the photos, if you like them or not. So then it's even more reciprocated. So now we've built some connections and we're making offers through what is called word of mouth or referral marketing. And this is where people are more significantly likely to hire someone. Because if your friend tells you that something is awesome, you trust them And now the trust factor is already in place. Word of mouth and referral marketing is the most powerful marketing there is. The sale at this point should come easily. So now what I want you to do is go ahead and get after this. The outreach approach that I recommend starting with today is email, because it's comfortable and still a bit intimate, right? Like, we know people's emails, it's comfortable and it's intimate. Think about anyone you know that might hire you directly. So let's say you're getting into dog portraits and you know someone who has a dog and loves their dog more than anything. Start with them. Reach out to them and let them know that you're working hard to grow your business and could use their help with referrals. This is kind of an indirect approach, because if you just are asking them if they know of anyone, then they are thinking, oh, wait, you know what? I want photos of my dog. Could I hire you? There's a client right there. Make sure your message is personal. Make sure that it's, the first thing isn't just like, hey, can you do this for me? Reach out to them, start the conversation, check in. These are people that you should actually care about. Okay, so remember that this is all coming out of the blue, but also remember no one likes it when you lead them on and beat around the bush. Nobody enjoys that. I would recommend not starting with a bunch of small talk. Like, have a real conversation with someone, and then it probably will come up naturally. Like, hey, what have you been up to lately? Oh, I'm just starting this dog portrait photography business. There you go. We want to get to the point. We don't want to drag things on. We also don't want to just be like in your face, hey, do this for me. There's finesse to this, and you're going to figure it out over time. Once you've reached out to these people who may hire you directly, open it up and start reaching out to the ones who won't hire you directly. So back to the dog portrait example, if you have friends who don't have dogs, still reach out to them and ask, do you know anybody with a dog that could use this service? That's going to be really helpful, because chances are they do, and they're going to want to refer you as well. Also, one last bit of advice, don't copy and paste messages. I don't like that approach personally, because you can tell it's copy and pasted. Write a real message to these people. These are friends and family and connections that you've known. Write a real message, spend the time on it, and that's going to be so much more efficient or effective than the other way, which is more efficient. If you've had clients in the past, this is one other note. Real quick way to get work. Reach out and ask if they have photo needs at the moment. This is one of the simplest ways that when I was shooting professionally worked every time. I would reach out to like all of my last clients, and by the next day I would have a shoot or two booked. Just reaching out, reminding them that I'm there, and they'd say, oh, you know what? I do have a photo need. That's all you need to do. And if they don't have photo needs, hey, do you know anybody who might? That sentence is game changing. All right, your homework for today. Reach out to 10 people via email. Ask for referrals. That's it. Reach out to them. I know it's going to be a little uncomfortable. It's going to feel kind of crazy. Whatever, just reach out to people. Maybe start with people who are a little further away and less connected if you feel more comfortable than going to the people you're most connected with. Though the people you're most connected with will push the most for you and be the most in your court. And just remember, you're giving them the opportunity to do something nice for you and to do something nice for another friend. And everybody loves doing nice things for people and connecting people. And they're going to feel good about it. And finally, selling is just two things. And hopefully you remember what these are. Make connections and make offers. Now, please share any wins you have below this video in the comments. And if you've had a breakthrough, an aha moment, if something in this video is like, whoa, that's amazing, or why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of it that way before? Then share that as well, because I love hearing that. It means the world to me to actually see that these videos are making a difference and helping people. Now go ahead and get to work, land some clients, let me know how it goes, and best of luck with all this. I will see you in the third video when it's posted.